We are Minnesota.
For 25 years, your home for Minnesota Twins baseball.
Number 17, walk-off hit.
Another windy but warm afternoon in downtown Minneapolis as Twins fans flocking to Target Field to see if the Twins can become the first team this season to hand the Rangers consecutive losses. Texas hopes to bounce back from a 7-2 setback here yesterday with Alex Agano on the mound. His first start against the Twins coming off a pair of subpar outings. So far, it's been nothing but quality starts for Kevin Correa, who has emerged as the ace of the Twins staff. He's going to at least 7 innings in each of his starts. Josh Willingham tuning up for another big day at the plate. His 2-run blast yesterday, his 25th home run at Target Field, passing Jim Thome for the most in the short history of this ballpark. Well, the Twins made Texas toast yesterday in a 7-2 win, a perfect balance of power and pitching on a day that had so many positives. Certainly Pedro Hernandez, who tossed 5 scoreless innings for the Twins, was a part of it. Hernandez, his first major league win after missing 3 weeks from his last start. Twins bullpen continues to cruise. A misplayed ball in the ninth cost them the shutout, but Minnesota's bullpen has simply been brilliant. It was a good day as well at the plate for Josh Willingham and Aaron Hicks. They both knocked in a pair of runs, and Twins, they are also involved, Timmy, with some dazzling defense.
Absolutely. We always talk about the fact that you have to pitch the baseball and catch the baseball. Yesterday, as opposed to the day before, the Minnesota Twins handled the baseball properly. They made the plays that they're supposed to make, and they also, on top of that, Tom, made a few extra plays, some of the plays that maybe you don't expect them to make. And so it's all about pitching and defense. Hopefully the Minnesota Twins can do that once again today.
Up next to convert, discuss the consistency of Kevin Correa, who's been the most reliable arm on the staff. Twins try to earn a series split with the Rangers. Twins in Texas. Next on Fox Sports North.
Presented by Northland Ford. Visit northlandford.com and your local Northland Ford dealer today. And by Menards. Save big money on all your home improvement needs at Menards.
Another beautiful day for baseball at Target Field. The Twins are off to an okay start. Kevin Correa is off to a great start, and you'll get the start this afternoon in the final game of the homestand. Good afternoon to you from Target Field. Dick and Bert with you. Kevin Correa has taken the notion of a quality start and raised the bar just a little bit so far.
Well, he really has. Correa making his 5th start here this afternoon. All 4 starts, he has been outstanding. 28 1/3 innings. I mean, he's averaging over 7 innings a start. Only 4 walks in those 7 innings. He's been able to get 5 double plays. He's done a good job, Dick, at keeping the ball in the ballpark. Only 2 home runs allowed.
Twins have a chance to play the Rangers toe-to-toe and come out of this 4-game series with a split before heading off on their longest road trip of the year so far. The final game of the series in a homestand featuring the Twins' hope another solid game defensively.
very solid start in the final game of this series in homestand. Correa with a couple of wins already on the year. 4 really good starts going deep into the ball game. Ron Washington managing his last game this year in Minnesota. This is the only Texas trip to Minnesota this year. Has his team off to a good start. Rangers the only team in baseball that has not lost back-to-back games this year. Going to try to change that against this Menards batting order. Ian Kinsler, Elvis Andrus, Lance Berkman, Adrian Beltre, A.J. Pierzynski, Nelson Cruz, David Murphy, Mitch Moreland, and Leonis Martin.
And Kevin Correa making his 5th start. Like you mentioned, Dick, all 4 starts, quality starts. He's pitched 7 or more innings over those 4 starts, making his 2nd career start against the Texas Rangers, his 3rd appearance. His last start coming in 2009 when he was with the San Diego Padres. And he won that ball game 7-3. Hopefully the same outcome here this afternoon.
Northland Ford defense for the Twins. Oswaldo Arcia in left. Josh Willingham's the designated hitter. Aaron Hicks in center. Chris Parmalee in right. It's Jamie Carroll's turn at third base in place of Trevor Plouffe. Escobar at short. Dozier at second. Justin Morneau at first. And Joe Mauer back behind the plate. Everybody's had their turn behind the plate. Today it's Mike DeMuro's turn.
Yeah, again, Ron Gardenhire getting some guys, some at-bats. Trevor Plouffe hasn't played in a couple days, but what a beautiful day again here at Target Field.
A little more overcast, but 73 degrees and a threat of thunder showers later this afternoon. We hope that doesn't interfere with play. Ian Kinsler, the leadoff man for the Rangers. Up high, ball 1. Kinsler off to another good start offensively. Had some issues defensively. There's a chopper up the line, foul, 1-1.
Yeah, Kinsler, a guy you want to keep off the bases. Twins have not been able to do that so far. This being the 4th game of this 4-game series. 7 hits for Kinsler in the series. And 4 of those 7 hits doubles.
1-1. Popped up right center field. Parmalee over. 1 down. So they keep him off the bases here in the first inning.
That's good.
That'll bring up Elvis Andrus. Correa has done a marvelous job this year keeping the ball off the barrel of the bat. We've seen a lot of fly balls like this, even more ground balls from Correa. He's really prospered in the American League as someone who's coming over from the National League, and sometimes that transition's hard to make.
You know, Dick, that's one thing the whole staff has done a good job of keeping the ball in the ballpark. Only 11 home runs allowed by the pitching staff of the Twins.
And strike 1 to Andrus.
Starters have allowed 7, the relievers 4. Andrus getting the day off yesterday, back in here this afternoon. Good slider right there by Correa. Getting ahead in the count, 0-2.
You know, just
Correa
to put
with 13 strikeouts in 29 innings pitched.
0-2. Andrus will be followed by Lance Berkman. And just off the plate, 1-2. I just want to go back to the point you made about the pitching staff as a whole keeping the ball in the ballpark. The Twins have only hit 13 home runs. Only the Royals have hit fewer home runs in the American League, and that's 12. So the Twins have not hit a lot of home runs, yet they have out-homered their opponents by a couple, 13-11. So they went into the season hoping that this sinker, slider, ground ball staff that they've assembled would be able to keep the ball in the ballpark, and so far it's worked out.
Yeah, so far so good.
1-2, Correa to Andrus. Bouncer to third. It's Carroll firing across, dug out by Morneau, 2 down. Carroll a little upset with himself that he had the long throw to make, came up a little short, but Morneau picked him up. Yeah,
going across the diamond, almost patting his glove, you know, pointing over to Justin. Thank you very much for taking that little short hop and getting the second out.
So 2 down, and that'll bring up Lance Berkman.
Berkman get the day off yesterday, having another solid year at the major league level in his first season with the Rangers, 15th major league season.
Up and away, ball one.
10th in the American League in hitting. Berkman hitting at .333. Torrey Hunter leading the American League, hitting at .380 for the Tigers.
That's to left. Hanging in the air for Arcia. Still drifting after it. Makes a catch. And a 1-2-3 first inning for Kevin Correa. Afternoon. Very glad that you are with us. Ron Garden and I are hoping his team can get out of town with a win in advance of a long and difficult road trip. A couple of good teams waiting for the Twins, and the Menards batting order for the homestand finale. Brian Dozier leading off, then Joe Mauer, Josh Willingham, Justin Morneau, Chris Parmalee, Oswaldo Arcia, Aaron Hicks, Eduardo Escobar, and Jamie Carroll.
And it'll be right-handed starter Alexi Ogando on the mound, making his 6th start for the Rangers. Last year in the bullpen. Prior to that, a starter. Actually made an all-star appearance with the Rangers as a starter in 2011. They say he's been struggling a bit with his fastball, and that's what we'll keep an eye on. Ogando here.
First one, 92 miles per hour on the outside corner. No struggles there. Here's Dozier.
Ogando making his first career start against the Twins, his 8th appearance.
2 strikes. Twins don't have a whole lot of history with Ogando. Their starting lineup, the 9 players, now part of that is because Arcia and Hicks are in the lineup, but there's only 7 at-bats in the Twins lineup against Ogando.
Ogando fastball, slider, split finger.
Right back to him. He knocks it down, picks it up, and throws Dozier out. Northland Ford defense for the Rangers. David Murphy's in left. Leonis Martin in center field. Nelson Cruz in right. Beltre and Andrus really good on the left side of the infield. Kinsler and Moreland on the right side. And Pierzynski behind the plate. 1 gone, and the Twins hoping that Joe Mauer can have a big day at the plate. He's still looking for his first hit in the series.
We saw this earlier. You know, Joe went through a little bit of a mini slump for Joe Mauer. Then he got red hot, and he's cooled down a little bit, but still hitting at .317.
1 strike to Mauer. Back behind the plate. Played his first game of the year at first base yesterday without incident. Popped up left side. And Andrus in the outfield grass. Puts it away, 2 down. That'll bring up Josh Willingham, the designated hitter today, in part because he tweaked his knee a little bit on this slide.
Not the prettiest slide, but it was effective.
So a stolen base.
But then he scored.
Ran through a stop sign to score.
He knew that throw was going to be a little wild.
More importantly, he had a big 2-run home run to take the Twins lead from 1-0 and make it 3-0. And he takes up ball 1. The team leading 4th home run of the year. Before the game today, Willingham was presented by Joe Mauer his Silver Slugger Award for 2012. Silver Slugger Award, the most productive season for a hitter at every given position. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, Joe Vavra having the opportunity to hand it to him.
Joe Vavra.
Yep.
Did I say Joe Mauer? I meant Joe Vavra. Yep.
Joe, of course, last year the hitting coach. Now this year it's Tom Berdansky, the new hitting coach. And Joe taking over at third base.
1-1. And down and in 2-1.
Ogando 6'4", about 195. He originally signed with the Oakland A's as an outfielder. Didn't really start pitching. That was back in 2002. Started pitching in 2006.
Breaking ball gets a swing and a miss. Two and 2 to Willingham with 2 gone on the Twins first. Off the plate, 3-2 with Morneau on deck.
Well, here earlier today, Joe Vavra coming out and presenting Josh Willingham the Silver Slugger Award.
Ron Gardenhire saying this morning in his meeting with the media, the shame of it all last year is Willingham did not go to the All-Star game. Swing and a miss as Ogando strikes him out with mid-90s heat. A 1-2-3 bottom of the first inning.
Well, if there is one word to describe Kevin Correa, it's consistent. He's gotten at least 7 innings in all 4 of his starts so far, and Ron Gardenhire is a big fan. He calls him a Californian dude. He's quiet and laid back, but he gets ahead in the count, and he works quickly to get the defense off the field. To convert, Correa may not say much, but he sure lets his pitching do the talking.
Volumes. Thank you, Jamie. Very nice. Yeah, Kevin Correa making the transition from not just team to team, but league to league. He faced Beltre quite often when they were both in the National League. Fouled away, or at least in interleague play. Beltre fared pretty well against him, 4 for 10 with a couple of home runs. 2 strikes. Beltre, I guess, has been in this league longer than he was in the National League now. Seattle, Boston, Texas. 0-2 from Correa to Beltre. To tease him with a breaking ball. 1-2.
Yeah, Beltre came up with the Dodgers back in '98 and then spent 7 seasons, then signed that big 5-year deal with the Seattle Mariners. Then went to Boston in his 3rd season with the Rangers.
Little tapper back to the mound. Easy play for Correa. One away. When you join the Twins season ticket family this year, you'll be hitting the sweet spot. Purchase any of the Twins season ticket packages and receive 10% off food, beverage, and merchandise bought at Target Field. Call 800-33-TWINS. Visit twinsbaseball.com. Check out the options. Learn about the benefits that come along with Twins season tickets. One gone. Here is Pierzynski. Pierzynski changing from a team to team, the White Sox to the Rangers, not changing leagues, but still trying to get to learn a new pitching staff.
Yeah, Ron Washington giving A.J. Pierzynski a lot of credit for the pitching staff, the way they're pitching.
Nice pickup by Dozier. Made it look easy. 2 down. One of the hops hit the mound and angled the ball toward Dozier, but he still had to make a backhanded play and a quick flip.
Well, A.J. hitting it right back up the middle, and you're right, Dick, that did slow it down a little bit, but another nice defensive play by Brian Dozier. On the run, flipping it over to Morneau for the 2nd out.
5 up, 5 down, and here's Nelson Cruz. Slow breaking ball on the outside corner.
17 pitches, 12 strikes for Correa. I think that's what we've seen from Kevin Correa. He's not afraid to attack the strike zone, but when he does get the ball up, he's going to give up some hits. But when he's down, that little slider, will throw the sinker once in a while, the slow curveball.
1 and 2.
And Brian Dozier, we have shown a lot of highlights of Brian Dozier already here. The Twins' 21st game, he's done a great job at second base. Ranging far to his left, right, and then most importantly, he's catching the one right at him, too.
Big, slow breaking ball. A strikeout ends another 1-2-3 inning for Kevin Correa. Vote for who you think is the Arby's value player of the game. Just text value, a space, the player's name to 234-234. Out in front, strike one. Let us know who you think had the most value in today's game. We'll tell you the winner in the post-game show. I didn't watch the post-game show after the hockey game last night. I would imagine Nicholas Backstrom was the Arby's value player of the game last night. Congratulations to the Wild for getting into the playoffs.
Yes, congratulations. Go Wild.
0-2. Morneau, Parmelee, and Arcia Three left-handed batters facing Ogando.
Yeah, Justin got the day off yesterday after getting a couple hits here on Friday night. A single and a double in 4 at-bats.
Big shift on for Morneau, both in the infield and the outfield. 2 strikes. And now 1-2. Landed about 5 feet in front of the plate. 2-2.
Ogando, in his 4th season with the Rangers, came up as a reliever and then put into the rotation in 2011. As I mentioned before, made the All-Star team. 13-game winner. Then last year started the season in the bullpen. Then they made some trades, lost some players, and they put him in the rotation.
Grounded to Kinsler in short right field, 1 away.
He made only 1 start, pulled a groin, and then missed about a month. And then when he came back, was back in the bullpen again.
The World Poker Tour's largest tournament of season 11. And you can tune into this week's episode of the WPT Borgata Poker Open, presented by ClubWPT.com. See which 6 players battled through a field of 1,181 entrants to reach the final table. Now, if you'll allow me, I'll pat myself on the back.
Yes, I was just going to congratulate
Thank
you.
you. Much better read than yesterday. I'm not sure anyone understood anything I said when I tried to read that yesterday.
I think you probably took that home and studied it in your library.
Well, 1 strike to Chris Parmelee. A little bit low, 1-1. Parmelee's average down to 211. Twins playing 500 baseball through 20 games, but some hitters through the first 20 games have really been struggling. Parmelee among them. Stroked off the glove of the first baseman. Moreland recovers and throws to Ogando. Hardest hit ball for either team, and Moreland got enough of it to get an out.
Yeah, nice play by Moreland right there, and a good feed to Ogando. Watch this ball right here, deflected, and then give it to that pitcher as quick as possible. And that's always the hardest thing for a pitcher to get over there. And also look for the ball and the bag at the same time. So you want that ball just prior to you, before you have to put that right foot on that first base bag for the out.
Oswaldo Arcia will hit with 2 gone in the 2nd inning. Arcia's 2 home runs have driven in all 6 of his runs, a pair of 3-run home runs, including a 9th inning shot that made things very interesting here Friday night. Down and in, ball 1.
Well, Ron Gardenhire saying that, he needs to keep Arcia in that lineup. 21 years old, great numbers in the minor leagues, but they want to see what he can do here at the major league level.
And see what he can do out in the field, too. He's played some in right. He's seen some time in left. Ron Gardenhire hasn't ruled out the possibility that Arcia might get some time in center field. 1-1. 1-2.
Slow breaking ball right there by Ogando. Ahead in the count.
Foul tip. And got a piece of home plate umpire Mike Camiro.
As you mentioned, Dick, Arcia, his 6 RBIs this year have come off 2 swings of the bat.
Tremendous power. Ball jumps off his bat. 1-2 to Arcia. And a fastball gets him 96 miles per hour. Ogando dialing it up from the low 90s in the first inning to the mid to upper 90s in the 2nd inning. Century Link, your link to what's next. By Grand Casino, the best stories start here. And by Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, for the everyday competitor in all of us. And Kevin Correa gets ahead of David Murphy, strike one. It'll be Murphy, Moreland, and Martin in the Texas third inning. Down and away. 1-1. Murphy off to a slow start for the Rangers after having his best year offensively a year ago. Two and one. Even when Correa misses the strike zone, it's not by much. To short. Second hop goes to Escobar, one away. You know, Ron Gardenhire talking about Correa, saying, you know, there's really no secret to it. You know, you get ahead of hitters, you get them to hit your pitch rather than one they're waiting for, and that's true in the National League as well as the American League.
Yeah, pitching, no matter what league you pitch in. But, you know, I like watching Joe Mauer move left or right and see if that pitcher can hit that spot. And so far, even like that last pitch to Murphy, Mauer sat outer half of the plate. The ball was there, created that ground ball out.
One down. Here's Mitch Moreland. Breaking ball over, strike one.
Yeah, starts on the outer half of the plate and then goes back over the middle.
Missing inside with a cutter.
Little cutter, yeah, that's where Joe was sitting, middle in.
And the point you make so often and so well is Mauer sets up over the inside corner. If Correa is going to miss off the plate rather than over the middle of the plate.
Right, I mean right there, Mauer sat a little bit away and that ball is almost like a two-seamer, had some tail on it. Little movement, and Moreland swung through it.
1-2. Just missed the corner, 2-2.
I mean, that's a good try right there. Let's see what the home plate umpire will give you. Another good pitch right there. Mike DeMuro behind the plate.
Hit high to center field. Hicks started back, now comes in, and it drops for a hit. Second time. Here now, throw to second base. They got a chance to get the out. They got him. Moreland overran the bag. And the bottom line is Hicks will get yet another assist after misreading the ball off the bat.
Yeah, Aaron Hicks got a terrible jump on that ball right there. By the time he could react and with his speed, a ball plays, you know, short hopped him. He did get the ball back in quickly. And then a quick feed over to Justin, and Moreland is tagged out.
2 down, and Martin the batter. This one laced to center field. A 2-out single for Martin. You can get into our broadcast at Fox Sports North. Talk baseball. Submit a question online at carsoup.com/baseball. Terry in Golden Valley wondering, does a good defense, a good fielding team influence how a pitcher game plans for hitters?
No, not really. I mean, if you have a center fielder that's having trouble catching the ball, you try to keep the ball away from him. If you have a third baseman that plays balls off to the side, you make him hit it to short. I wish you had that control, but you don't. You know, you just hope that. I don't think you're going to have a bad defensive ball club really at the major league level. You're going to have guys that, you know, Detroit's only made 6 errors. They have the least amount of errors, but it's the range sometimes of some of those players. What I mean is, there's a ground ball, and we'll get into this a little bit later. With a third out.
Couple of hits, no damage done. Scoreless ball game here so far after 2.5. Had a tough time seeing the ball out of the shadows, but this time he just simply got a bad break.
Yeah, in yesterday's ball game in the 9th inning, he made some good defensive plays right here, cutting and getting Cruz, trying to stretch a single into a double. That nice catch right there, diving catch off the bat of A.J. Brzezinski, but in the 9th inning misjudged that ball, cost the Twins a couple runs, but even though they won 7-2. And then here, he just misjudged that ball. I mean, completely a ball that I know himself said he should have caught. That ball off the bat of Mitch Moreland.
Hicks takes a fastball and strike one. By the way, for the Rangers in this series, this being the 4th game, that's the 8th out the Rangers have made on the bases. They've had guys thrown out at the plate, guys trying to stretch singles into doubles. Up high and in, 1-1.
I was watching Moreland round first, and when that ball fell in and then Hicks kind of bobbled it, he kind of stopped and then he took off, and then it was too late. He was too far towards second base and got caught in that at the out at first.
Called strike 1 and 2 to Hicks. Hicks in his major league career has 8 hits, got his first extra base hit, a double as a right-handed batter over the third base bag. All 8 hits, though, have been pulled. And he shoots a liner foul the other way. One of the things that Hicks impressed the staff with in spring training is ability to use the whole field. The one game where he hit 3 home runs, 2 of those went to the opposite field. We just haven't seen that yet. 1 and 2. And a foul again to the opposite way and back into the seats. Ogando making his first start against the Twins. The Twins are the only team in the American League he hadn't started against.
Yeah, he's had a good career, whether it be a starter or a reliever. As a starter, his 36th major league start, 15-9 as a starter.
And a called third strike.
And Ogando picks up his 3rd strikeout.
One down here in the 3rd. Wednesday home games are student nights at Target Field, presented by Rasmussen College. Standing room only tickets are just $5 for students of any age. Student night tickets are available day of game only at the Target Field box office beginning at 9 in the morning. Limit 1 ticket per student with a valid ID. Check out the student night deal and many others at twinsbaseball.com or 1-800-33-TWINS. Strike 1 to Eduardo Escobar. He needs to get a hit. He's only 14 for 29. alternately throughout the game yesterday. His at bat started with a .500 batting average or just under. A couple of hits again yesterday, and a nice play by Gentry to take a hit away from him in the middle of the ball game. Swing and a miss, 1-2.
Good changeup right there by Argando. He's mixing in all his pitches, a slow curveball, changeup, that fastball, 94, 96 miles an hour.
2-2.
I was talking about Argando as a starter, 15-9, 3.44 ERA, one complete game, one shutout, that being a shutout. As a reliever, 6-1 out of their bullpen with a 2.5 ERA. So it really doesn't matter whether he's a starter or reliever. He's done a great job.
Escobar has been Minnesota's most consistent, most productive hitter in the limited time he's been out there.
Yeah, from both sides of the plate. Switch hitting infielder.
Punches it to center field. And Martin fighting the sun, it looked like a little bit. Shielding his eyes with his glove, out number 2. You know, the Rangers, curiously, at least from the outside, it seemed like an odd thing to do. You had a pitcher in Ogando who was a starter and an all-star starter in 2011. They converted him to a reliever. You had Neftali Feliz, who was an all-star pitcher as a relief pitcher. They tried to convert him to a starter.
Yeah, now Feliz out with the Tommy John surgery. That did not work out.
Jamie Carroll takes ball 1.
You know, they went out and got Darvish last year in his first year, so that kind of put Argando. They also had Derek Holland, who the Twins saw yesterday, Matt Harrison in that rotation. Roy Oswalt was in that rotation for a while at the beginning of the year.
Carroll gets the first Twins hit, lining one into right field. Ron Gardner saying that Carroll's got a nice short swing, and he thought he might be pretty well suited to facing the mid-90s heat of Ogando, and he lines a single to right here in the third.
What you get is good quality at-bats from Jamie Carroll every time he plays. Now, he does not have a lot of at-bats, but there's that short swing that you're talking about right there, Dick. Just puts the ball in play, and a lot of his hits just taking it to right field. He lets that ball get deep into the strike zone and then just hitting it sharply into right.
Here's Dozier. Everybody looking at their stopwatches in the dugout, wondering whether this might be a steal situation. At least through 3 innings, this looks to be another low-scoring game. And that first run might be important with 2 outs. See if the Twins send Carroll here. There's a liner to center, a base hit. Carroll will round second, try for third. Martin's throw all the way through, and he's out by plenty. So Carroll taking a chance and being thrown out at third base, and the Twins making out on the bases. team, though, in the third inning.
Hey, both starters doing a good job. Orlando with 3 strikeouts in the ballgame. Twins just able to get a couple hits off of them. And for the Rangers against Kevin Correa, a couple hits, back-to-back hits off of Moreland and Marte. But other than that, Kevin, 1 strikeout, no walks. Only 32 pitches in 3 shutout innings for Kevin Correa.
Breaking ball off the plate, ball 1. Andrus, Berkman, and Beltre for the Rangers here in the 4th. On the outside corner with a fastball. Correa can't throw it as hard as Ogando. 88 to 90 is about where Correa sets at. 1-1. A little nubber, and that's going to be a swinging bunt for a base hit. Andrus.
Jamie Carroll just put it in your back pocket right there. Nothing you can do about that.
Today's Cold Hard Fact is brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light, and it involves Berkman. Lance Berkman, the designated hitter. Among switch hitters, 4th on the list.
Yeah, Chili Davis, of course, part of that 91 World Series team here in Minnesota. Pretty good names on that list.
A couple of Hall of Famers, a future Hall of Famer, and Chipper Jones. Here's Berkman, hit a fly ball to left his first time up. Quick to the plate, Correa gets a swinging strike. Andrus capable of stealing a base, so Correa needs to be aware of that.
Yeah, Andrus with 5 stolen bases in 5 attempts, and the Rangers have stolen 12 bases overall in 16 attempts.
There's some debris or something in the left field corner. Arcia will get it off the playing field. One strike.
I mentioned before, Berkman, you know, they lost Josh Hamilton, so they go out and they see if Berkman wants to play. First of all, he's had some knee issues, but decided to play this year. And they got a very good hitter. Career .296 hitter. All those home runs. 6-time All-Star.
Mentioned that the Rangers have made 8 outs on the bases, one of them a pickoff. Check swing, they appeal. 1-1. You know, one thing I think you have to admire about Correa, the Twins have some members of the rotation who have something to prove, if not to somebody else, at least to themselves. Scott Diamond needs to prove to himself that his elbow is healthy. Same too, Mike Pelfrey. 1-1. 2-1, but Correa from day one just seems to have gone out and pitched his game. He doesn't have any physical limitations. He's been healthy. He knows what type of pitcher he is and what he needs to do to be successful, and he's not trying to be anything but that.
That's when he became a free agent. I think that's one thing that the Twins looked at. Terry Ryan is someone that has been healthy over the last 4 or 5 years that can give him 180 to hopefully 210 innings in that range. His high win total is 12. He's done it 3 times last year, 12-game winner, and the prior year with the Pittsburgh Pirates.
3-1 to Berkman. Hit the corner. You know, let's not casually dismiss the 7 innings, 7 1/3, 7 innings. The reason he's done that, and it's amazing, only once in those 4 games has he reached triple digits in a pitch count, and that was just 101 pitches because he throws strikes. That's ball 4. Close pitch. Andrus will gain second base on the walk. Mauer talking with Mike DeMuro. It looked like it was close from up here. And instead of strike 3 and a strike him out, throw him out there, 2 men aboard.
Well, Joe did the right thing right here. Look at the pitch. I mean, that looks like knee high. So, Joe, you don't know if it's a strike or a ball. Go ahead and throw it.
Wow.
That's a good pitch right there.
Cut the plate in half.
Yep.
And Joe, before the pitch was Fox Tracks, had plenty of the plate and was up off the bottom edge of the strike zone as well. Now Ball one. Berkman walks, and a threat for the Rangers. 4 of the last 5 batters have reached here.
I think Correa's been able to do is get some double play balls. 5 double plays turned behind him in his 4 prior starts. But Beltre hit her that uppercut swing.
Only bounced into 1 double play so far in nearly 100 at bats. One and one. And Correa wants to collect himself. On the line, but it'll hook foul. 1 and 2. As powerful as he is, as much extra base power as he has, Beltre is not a high strikeout guy. Only 8 strikeouts on the season in 92 at bats.
Very powerful, like you mentioned, Dick. Very quick bat, and you know, you pitch him in, he'll pull that ball. You pitch him away, he'll drive it to right field. Very good hitter with power.
1 and 2. And Beltre got a piece of it. A little bat flip at the end of his swing.
That's what good hitters can do. You know, foul off good pitches like that. 3rd in the American League in hitting last year, hitting at .321 behind Miguel Cabrera and Mike Trout.
Guy in the on-deck circle is pretty good at fouling off 2-strike pitches too. 1 and 2 again to Adrian Beltre.
I remember Kinsler stole a base yesterday, 3rd base. So the Twins trying to keep Andres close to 2nd.
Up around the hands, 2 and 2. I think we've seen Correa effectively do that through his first 4 starts.
Work both sides of the plate and then come in for a purpose right there. Now, this is a big pitch right here. Don't want to go 3-2 on a guy that you mentioned that doesn't strike out much.
Got him there.
There you go.
Maybe a high cutter, and Beltre cut through it, 1 away.
Correa rearing back, put a little extra on this right here. Beltre a little tardy. So a big strikeout for Correa. His 2nd of the ball game.
And now Pierzynski. We mentioned it last night. The Twins have done a nice job turning just under an average of 1 ground ball double play per game played. This would be a good spot for today's double play. Again, up around the hands. Twins have turned 17 double plays in 20 games, 17 ground ball double plays. The Rangers have hit into 22.
Let's make it 23 right here.
A little roller. That might be just the one with the safe play going to first. So a check swing roller that only went about 3 feet in front of the plate. Sanford Health injury report. 6 White Sox players now on the disabled list, with Gavin Floyd going there yesterday. It's the same injury that he suffered last year in August.
That's a blow to the White Sox. Gavin Floyd, one of their key starters in that rotation.
Now 2 men in scoring position with 2 out. Nelson Cruz, who struck out the first time he faced Correa. Fouled away, 1 strike.
Struck him out on that slow breaking ball. 50 pitches, outstanding strike to ball ratio.
At least 7 innings in every start and only 1 walk in every start by Kevin Correa. And he's already issued the walk here in the 4th on a pitch that clearly looked like strike 3. Quick trip to the mound by the catcher. One strike to the Texas right fielder. Bounce to third. Carroll has it. Nice job by Correa, pitching out of a jam in the 4th. First 2 men reached. They did not score, and Joe Mauer will lead off the Twins' 4th. Today's Pepsi fan of the game, young lady enjoying a beautiful day at the ballpark.
You are hereby circled, young lady. The elderly, some of our biggest Twins fans.
My wife told me a story today about a relative of hers. When the phone rings at her house, she says, "Not now. The ball game is on." Bauer slicing one toward the line, and Murphy makes the catch, 1 away. Josh Willingham to the plate.
I think what we've seen in this series for Joe Mauer is just getting underneath that ball. A lot of fly ball outs. It's about the 3rd or 4th fly ball out down that left field line for Mauer.
At least 2 plate appearances left for Joe. Not many times in a 4-game series he's going to get to this point still looking for his first hit. Willingham struck out on a fastball his first time up. Ball 1. And now strike on a foul ball, 1-1. Off the plate, 2-1. Mentioned in reference the road trip coming up. 3 games in Detroit. The Twins will get Justin Verlander, Max Scherzer, and Anibal Sanchez in that series. 3 games in Cleveland. They'll get in that series Justin Masterson, the Cleveland Ace, and then 4 games in Boston. So it'll be a big challenge for this Twins team to try to return from this road trip 500 or above. And Willingham takes a walk with 1 out in the 4th.
First walk for Argando. This is with that fastball down and away.
You can get interactive with us during the broadcast with our AT&T Twitter poll. The question this week, who's going to lead the Twins in runs batted in this year? Using the hashtags listed there, RBI Willingham, RBI Morneau, RBI Mauer, cast your vote. And our final results will be given to you in our postgame show. Here's Morneau. Tapping it foul again. Justin seems to be in a bit of a rut where he's pulling the ball. The Rangers really with an exaggerated infield shift, opening up so much of the left side of the infield, but he doesn't right now seem to be inclined to hit it that way.
No, you know what? Here on Friday night, he hit a couple balls sharply and ended up picking up a double and a single.
Busted bat, and it's going to land safely in right field. Willingham is running toward third. Cruz's throw cut off, and Morneau gets back to the bag. So it cost him a bat, but he pulls the ball softly over the infield. First and third, one away.
Yeah, because Cruz has to play deep because of Justin's power. That's one thing you look at if you're a first base runner. That's what Willingham saw. Now Justin, hits his ball, maybe breaking his bat, but right off the end, and Willingham got a real good read on that, knowing that Cruz was playing deep, and he scooted from first to third. Right there, you just see Willingham take off right there, and even though Cruz has an outstanding arm, Willingham able to get to third.
So a little bit of a look over your right shoulder, and if his knee is bothering, well, he showed all the speed in the world yesterday in the game, and he thought he'd flash it a little bit here today too. Here's Parmelee 0 for 1, although he hit a hard smash off the glove of the first baseman Moreland for an out in the second inning. Big spot here for Chris Parmelee. It's been a rough April for Chris. Fly ball, center field. It'll chase Martin back. Tagging is Willingham. And Morneau bluffs the tag. And Parmelee gets the job done on the first pitch. Getting that guy in from third with less than 2 out. Not a hit, but it's a job well done, and Willingham's advancing to third on the single to right led to the run.
Good aggressive base running. Parmelee hitting it to deep center field, picking up his 6th RBI, and the Twins take a 1-0 lead.
And we mentioned it in yesterday's game. Twins scoring first for just the 6th time now. Yesterday was the 5th time. Here's Arcia. Went down swinging his first time up. Pitch almost hit Arcia. 1 strike. Twins blessed in their organization with some great outfield prospects. Arcia is here now. Aaron Hicks is here now. Byron Buxton in Cedar Rapids. And also remember now a name, Adam Brett Walker II. He's on the Cedar Rapids Ball Club. He had a phenomenal week. The minor league player of the week for the Twins. He's a Milwaukee kid who hits right-handed, and he's going to very quickly move his name onto the charts too for outfield prospects that the Twins have in the minor leagues. 2 strikes to Arcia. Tapped foul. Walker hit .455 for the Colonels, 10 for 22, a double, a triple, 4 home runs, 13 runs batted in.
That's a nice month.
2 strikes. Tapped foul. The guy everybody's watching in the Twins system is Miguel Sano. Terry Ryan said that the numbers offensively are there, but they expect that. They're really happy with his defense. Some people have said, well, Sano projects maybe to being an outfielder, but I mean, the Twins have plenty of outfield prospects. They need a third base prospect.
And he's doing a lot better this year in Fort Myers as far as defensively.
Right. 0-2 pitch, line foul. Watch out.
Just watching the first 4 pitches to Arcia from Orlando, they've all been inside. A lot of breaking balls right there. Trying to strike him out like he did in his first at bat with that good fastball, and Arcia fouled it off. So first four pitches inner half, and then he tried to sneak that fastball away.
Checks his swing.
And he went back in again with that slow breaking ball.
You know, we talked about the 2 3-run home runs, and I don't know. I'm kind of impressed with the approach coming to the plate with a plan. And Arcia in his first 3-run home run said he was anticipating a changeup. He got it and hammered it. And then here the other night against Nathan, knowing that the closer was going to try to get ahead with him with a fastball, he was ready for that really good fastball. That's a nice block again by Pierzynski, and been a couple of those in this situation with Morneau at first. Taking a beating.
Well, watch where this ball lands right there. Another at the feet of Arcia, and AJ, for a split second, didn't know where that ball ricocheted. But Morneau stays at first. Yeah, Arcia only 21 years old. Last year, Twins minor league player of the year. He won the Sherry Robertson Award.
That's to left, softly hit to Murphy, who makes a catch in the gap. A 1-out walk to Willingham leads to a run. It's 1-0 Twins.
I'm Jamie Hirsch inside the Minnesota Lottery Winners Circle. We've got a special day for Ralph here. He's 78 years old today. You got to tell me, how many years do you think you've been coming to Twins games?
I don't know, number of years. I don't know, many years. I can't remember. 40 years probably.
As far back as you can remember. A lifelong fan for sure. Well, we want to make your day even better. We've already had this whole section sing happy birthday to him, which was pretty neat. But we're going to give you $100 worth of scratch-off tickets to the Minnesota Lottery, and Bert will actually circle you right now. You guys are on TV.
Thank you, Bert.
Well, thank you guys for coming out from Wabasha. Dick and Bert.
Thank you, Jamie. And Murphy retired on a ground ball to Morneau.
Happy birthday to you. You are hereby circled, and only 344 more days until my birthday. That whole section sang happy birthday to him. That was cool.
I've offered on your birthday to wish you a happy birthday in song.
That's all I want. That's all
just
I
the
want.
offer. You don't want. You don't. Okay.
No. I've heard you sing. Well, thanks anyway.
One down. Here's Moreland.
And yours is, I believe, March 1st?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
I will call you and sing happy birthday to you.
Click. Here's Moreland. You know, the fourth inning had a chance to explode in Kevin Correa's face. And we saw that happen a lot last year with the pitchers the Twins were running out there. You talk about damage control, a single and a walk and a bad umpire's call on the walk. And the whole thing could have blown up in Correa's face. And then, wouldn't you know it, in the bottom of the inning, the Twins scratched together enough quality at bats to get the first run of the game. That's not something we saw much of last year in either case. So many times the inning did explode, and the Twins are behind 3-4-0. There's a liner to right. Parmley's going to have to hustle to try to get the carom here. Moreland's going to try. No, he won't. Parmley has gotten some assists this year, and the Rangers have lost so many guys on the bases in this series. Moreland thought better of it and will hold up with a single.
Yeah, Moreland getting his second hit, and you know they have that padding out there. Then below the padding is a little bit of cement, and Parmley right here, that ball hit very sharply. He doesn't know if it's going to hit the padding, but it comes right back to him off that little bit of 6-inch area where it has that cement, and that's what Moreland saw. Ball came back quickly, and this time I'm going to stay at first.
Here's Martin. Squaring the bunt for a hit, and it's strike one.
No, you're right, Dick. I think you know what helps too, and not taking away from the starters over the last couple of years, you cannot let that pitch that was probably a strike to Berkman, let it affect you. And I you know, Correa's been out there so many times, got a lot of major league starts, 164 major league starts now. So he's been through that battle before, and you know, if you let one pitch affect the rest of the inning, that's where sometimes you're going to employ.
Well, but then, I mean, look at who he was facing, though, too. Beltre, Pierzynski, and Cruz, the middle of the Texas lineup. And all they managed, the hardest hit ball was an easy two-hopper to Carroll that ended the inning. There's a foul ball over by the tarp. So, I don't know, as we're all looking for reasons why this team is going to be more fun to watch than last year, maybe it's too simple to think of just this fourth inning, but, you know, sure makes a difference when you're trying to put together good at bats when the game is scoreless and when you're behind 3-4-0.
And I think that's what Terry Ryan and the organization saw from Kevin Correa. Here's a guy that, you know, has been basically a 500 pitcher throughout his career, but he's got a good idea what he's doing out there.
2 strikes to Martin. Now to left. Garcia hustling in. Tried to decoy the runner, and he didn't. So it's a little flare, and the 8 and 9 hitters are 4 for 4 against Correa, and a threat for the Rangers here with 1 out in the 5th.
Yeah, Martin in his first at bat jumped on that first fastball, line drive, base hit up the middle. Here he just hits a little flare. Not much you can do about that. And Garcia could not catch up to it, but runners at first and second with 1 out.
And Ian Kinsler, the batter, a fly to right and a ground ball to second. As you can see, Correa about to throw his 60th pitch of the ball game. If he can get a ground ball at somebody, it'll be his last out of the 5th inning. Strike one.
Only 60 pitches here with 1 out in the 5th because he had 11 in the first, 9 in the second, 12 in the third. Didn't use a lot of pitches in the first 3 innings. 19 last inning.
Popped up left side. Infield fly rule might be called here with Escobar. And now the infield fly rule called. 2 down.
Took something off the breaking ball. Kinsler a little out front, creating that pop-up for the second out.
And with 2 away, Andrus will hit.
And Mauer going out to talk to Correa about this at-bat.
Andrus with a single his last time up, got as far as third base.
Remember last inning after Cruz swung and fouled a pitch off outside, then Mauer went out, talked to him, and then they went inside, and Cruz kind of jammed himself and hit that ground ball to Jamie Carroll for the final out.
On the outside corner at 90 miles per hour. Just missed the inside corner.
See, working both sides of the plate. Got a head away and then tried to run that two-seamer in on Andres.
Missing off the outside corner, 2-1. Behind the second base bag, Dozier finishes the inning. A shattered bat. 2 more left on for the Rangers. 5 shutout innings for Kevin Correa.
An old-fashioned pitcher's duel. This copyrighted telecast presented by the authority of the Minnesota Twins and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Minnesota Twins.
1-0 Twins on a day when Josh Willingham was awarded his Silver Slugger Award. It's his legs, his speed that have again put the Twins in front 1-0. Going from first to third on a single. Scoring on a sacrifice fly. It'll be Hicks, Escobar, and Carroll in the Twins' fifth.
Yeah, by the way, Willingham getting that Silver Slugger Award to Louisville. He's only the second Twins outfielder to ever win that award. The other one won numerous times by Kirby Puckett.
A off-speed pitch is taken for strikes by Aaron Hicks, who was called out on a breaking pitch his first time up. Stroke to right, and Cruz makes a running catch. Well, they had Cruz in right field playing about as far in the gap in right center as they had Murphy playing in the left center for Dozier the other night.
Yeah, they had him. You see where the shift is right there. They don't think that Aaron Hicks can pull Orgando, and he left a pitch up, a breaking ball, and Cruz going back, making a catch over his shoulder.
And they don't think Escobar is going to pull him either. We said the other day, when Dozier got his double, they were playing where you might see a left-handed hitter be played in the gap in left field. But this is the pull side outfielder playing way over in the gap. 1-1 to Escobar. 2-1. Escobar with a fly ball to center his first time up. And when a guy can throw 96, that might encourage you to play him the other way. And Escobar waves at something 79 miles per hour.
Yeah, Argando has not left too many pitches up, and that's what he did to Hicks right there, and that's why Hicks able to pull it. Both starters doing a good job of throwing strikes.
Got a piece. Of course, a year ago, Pierzynski and Escobar were teammates with the White Sox, and Pierzynski had some great things to say about Escobar when he was traded over to the Twins. And a piece of it. Escobar in limited duty for the White Sox last year became quite a popular player. White Sox roster very sad to see him go. The White Sox did what they felt they needed to do to improve their starting rotation in getting Liriano. 2-2. Down the left field line, Murphy playing over there. 2 down. And that'll bring up Jamie Carroll. Carroll poked a single to right, hit it sharply his first time up, was thrown out trying to advance a Dozier's single on the next pitch.
Yeah, one of the 3 singles that the Twins have been able to get so far here, with 2 outs in the 5th inning off of Argando.
If Carroll can hit a sharp single over the center, over the second base bag, he might get an inside the park home run. Look where Martin is playing him, way over in front of the scoreboard. 1-1. Instead of bouncer to short, Andres has it. And a quick 1-2-3 inning in the 5th for Alexei Ogando. Light. You can see Kevin Correa with just a couple of strikeouts, but getting Beltre on a pitch up and then getting Cruz on a pitch down.
Working all 4 corners and doing a great job so far. 5 shutout innings on 65 pitches. 9 ground ball outs so far for Kevin Correa. 3 fly ball outs to go with his 2 strikeouts.
Berkman, Beltre, and Pierzynski. Lifted to left. And Arcia drifting back, makes the catch, 1 away. How did the Vikings draft stack up with others in the NFC North Division? Find out by reading Brian Hall's story at foxsportsnorth.com. Well, you mentioned the 9 ground ball outs over 5 innings. Further reason, if you will, for Ron Gardenhire to put an infield out there that he feels is going to be the most sure-handed infield he can. Now, Pedro Florimon just needed a day off, so they put Escobar at short. Give Carroll a start at third because the perception is Carroll is more reliable than Trevor Plouffe right now.
Yeah, Plouffe's had a couple miscues over at third base, and he has not played for the last couple days. So maybe a little extra fielding practice for Plouffe.
Deep fly ball to center. Hicks with room for out number 2. So now some fly ball outs quickly here in the 6th inning.
Well, no surprise off the bat of Beltre. Again, he has that uppercut swing anyway.
2 down in the 6th, and now Pierzynski.
Well, Florimon getting the day off. You know, Escobar, you almost have to put him back in the way he's been swinging the bat.
And a guy hitting almost 500, if you don't start him, that's shame on you.
Yeah, Gardy said he's hitting 500 because I've used him perfectly.
That's right. I'm managing the heck out of him. Down low, ball 1. Pierzynski with a couple of ground ball outs. One of them a little number in front of the plate. With 1 out, runners at first and second. He was retired easily, but the runners moved into scoring position. Then the biggest ground ball out of the 9 when Correa got Nelson Cruz to bounce out to end the threat in the 4th. Bottom of the inning, the Twins scratched a run across, and that's how we got to where we're at. 2-0 to Pierzynski. A rare 2-0 count from Correa. Ground ball. Dozier has it. Now Morneau has it. A very quick 1-2-3-6 inning on 70 pitches. Kevin Correa has completed 6 shutout innings. By McDonald's. Try the new Premium McWrap at McDonald's today. I'm loving it. And by Toyota. Let's go places. To find your nearest Toyota dealer and check out our current offers, visit buyatoyota.com. 1-0 Twins going to the bottom of the 6th inning today at 4:30. Don't miss an inside look at the Vikings war room at this year's NFL draft. Plus an all-access view of the Vikings' 3 first-round picks in their first day as a Viking. Get it all on this special draft review show of Vikings Beyond the Gridiron today at 4:30 on Fox Sports North. Top of the order for the Twins, starting with Brian Dozier in a 1-0 game. Up and in, ball 1.
Let's see if the Twins can add a run or 2 here in the bottom of the 6th. Give Correa a little bit of breathing room.
2-0. Are you surprised at the low-scoring nature of all of these games?
Yeah, with the Rangers, yeah. I mean, they came in, you know, all the home runs they'd hit. Only the Yankees had hit more coming into this series. I think the pitching has been outstanding for the Twins.
guess I thought about that after the game last night. It was a 7-2 ball game, but the Twins opened it up, you know, in the second half of the game a little bit. Didn't give up a run till the ninth. Popped up. Very tall one behind second base. Andrus drifting back, making the catch, one away. Twins tickets for this year remain affordable and available. Special deals await for every day of the week. Check out the deal that works best for you and your budget. Visit twinsbaseball.com/tickets. Call 800-33-TWINS and get yours today. I was thinking about that and how maybe it's evidence of how the Rangers have changed. They still can obviously mash the ball, but now the approach seems to be if you want to beat the Rangers, you've got to outpitch them. When it used to be, you'd have to outslug them.
Right.
Here's Mauer. Ball one.
Yeah, to hold the Rangers to 8 runs in 3+ games, that means the staff has done a great job.
Couple of 1-run losses on Thursday and Friday. Bauer with a pop-up and a fly ball to left. Both balls hit to the opposite field. 1-1.
Well, like Correa, Orlando doing a good job at changing speeds. Yes, he has that 94 to 95 mile an hour fastball, but he's mixing in a lot of off-speed pitches. That breaking ball right there in a perfect spot, down and in.
Not been a good homestand for Joe. He started the homestand hitting .375. His batting average has been trimmed by 65 points. And we've shown you how well he typically hits here. 1-2 to center, but hit at the center fielder Martin, who goes back for the catch. Out number 2. And that'll bring up Josh Willingham.
Joe gave it a ride right there, Martin, and I think what we've seen too is maybe because of the wind was blowing out a little bit to right field, that ball just keeps seeming to carry. Even Willingham's home run yesterday got high up in that wind and drifted into the 5th or 6th row out in the bleachers.
I've been fooled a couple of times today. I didn't think that last ball was going to get out by the warning track. Here's Willingham. Won the Silver Slugger before the game today and now making a bid for the Silver Spikes. Hasn't put a ball in play yet. He struck out in the first. Walk, went from first to third on a single. And now takes ball 2. Interesting matchup here. Ogando falling behind 2-0 to a guy who's already homered twice in this series.
He doesn't want to make a mistake right here in a 1-0 ball game.
Breaking ball.
Goes to a breaking ball. That's where A.J. Pierzynski, you know, the people can say what they want, but he does a good job back there of calling the game. Again, Ron Washington saying the other day, I finally have a catcher that thinks back there. Change up here. Just
3-1
low. Not taking anything away from Mike Napoli, who's leading the American League in RBIs, but that's what Wash said.
He's not catching for the Red Sox either. He's playing first base. And a breaking ball bends over. 3-2.
So he fell behind 2-0, went in with a breaking ball, fell behind 3-1, went to the breaking ball, and now a 3-2 pitch. So if they try to sneak that fastball by him. Another breaking ball, missing low.
He took 6 pitches in that plate appearance, draws his second walk, and that gets Morneau to the plate.
And the only 2 walks that Orlando has issued so far.
And again, the Rangers, even with a man aboard, will put on the big infield shift and swing the outfield around, playing Morneau as an extreme pull hitter. You got 5 guys well over on the right side of the playing field and only 2 on the left side. Deep to right field. Up and back and gone! A home run!
Guess they didn't move him over enough. And back. How about that? Justin Morneau with a second home run gives the Twins a 3-0 lead. So there's some little bit of cushion for Kevin Correa. Looked like a breaking ball that stayed up. And Justin puts the Twins up by 3.
A 2-out walk, and on the very next pitch, this.
Yeah, looked like a slider right there. Very nicely done.
Yesterday, the Twins scored a run in the 3rd and added 2 more in the 6th on a Willingham home run. Today, a run in the 4th and 2 more in the 6th on a Morneau home run. A foul off the bat of Parmalee, who drove in that 4th inning run with a fly ball to center field. And a fastball taken for strike 2. One and 2.
Justin's second home run and his first since the 13th of April when he hit one here against Matt Harvey of the Mets.
Foul back. Parmalee has had a couple of good at bats here. He smashed the ball in the 2nd inning. Moreland turned it into an out, and then 1st and 3rd, 1 out. He jumped on the first pitch and lofted a fly ball for his 6th run batted in of the year. 2 and 2.
That home run allowed by Orgando, his 4th home run allowed, this being his 6th start of the year.
Foul tip. The at bat still alive. And Parmalee wastes another one. Orgando approaching the 100 pitch mark. Two and 2 to Chris Parmalee. Up the line and another foul ball. Earlier, just a few moments ago, you were talking about Texas catchers. Before that, I was talking about Twins outfield prospects. The son of Ivan Rodriguez, the greatest catcher in Texas Ranger history. Derek.
No. I know he was good. I got to go Jim Sundberg too, right there.
Ivan Rodriguez is going in the Hall of Fame. I'm Jim Sundberg.
I know. Sonny was my catcher. I'm just sticking up for Sonny.
Anyway, Derek Rodriguez is in the Twins system. He's going to be, right now he's in extended spring. He's going to go to Elizabethton, and talking with Terry Ryan before the game today, he said this kid's got some tools. There's something to work with there. He's still very young and needs to, whatever this term means, he's got to grow into his body. I think that's something both you and I have already accomplished, right?
I've done a very good job of growing into my body.
At any rate, keep an eye on Derek Rodriguez as he tries to work his way through the system. I think I've taken a step forward during this homestand. 2 3.
It's just maturity, I'm sure.
Right.
Just, getting his feet wet. He's
Filling
a youngster.
out, yeah. Ivan Derek Rodriguez. Trying to find it here as quickly as I can. He's going to be 21 years old in June. Full count to Parmalee. Nice battle here, and a fly ball to left field. Murphy, and Martin makes the catch. A 2-out walk to Josh Willingham, and then Justin Morneau drives a slider into the seats. It's 3-0. yesterday.
Yeah, we had a pitcher's duel until Justin hit that 2-run home run, but Orlando 5 very good innings and then ran out of gas in the 6th. But Kevin Correa, 6 shutout innings. He's picked up a couple strikeouts. Chris Parmalee with the sacrifice RBI in the 4th inning gave the Twins a 1-0 lead. Then we just saw Justin Morneau hitting his 2nd home run of the year, a big 2-run home run, and the Twins lead 3-0.
Strike 1 to Nelson Cruz. He'll be followed by David Murphy and Mitch Morley. Swinging strike on a curve, 0-2. If Correa completes this inning, that'll mean 5 starts, 5 consecutive starts of 7 innings or more. And as we suggested during his last start, I don't recall that ever happening in any of the last 2 years. And he's jumped out of the gate and proven to be a very good starting pitcher for the Twins. 1-2. Another breaking pitch, teasing the outside corner.
That's the one that struck out Cruz to end the 2nd inning. Cruz swung at that pitch. This time he laid off of it. Outstanding pitches per inning. Only the 4th. He needed more than 15 pitches in an inning.
Fouled away into the seats. The only time Correa has given up more than 2 runs in a ball game was when he took a shutout into the 8th inning in Kansas City. Ended up taking a loss in that game. And now a full count to the leadoff man here in the 7th. Got ahead of Cruz quickly, 0-2, and now it's full. Only 1 walk allowed in all of the Correa starts, and he's already walked Berkman in this game. Ripped to 3rd. Carroll gathers it in, throws him out. 1 down.
That's why those 2 runs right there, Dick, as a pitcher. You know, you're up 3-0. You have a guy like Cruz. If it's still a 1-0 ball game, you may not be as tentative to throw a pitch right there and let Cruz smoke it the way he did. But a nice defensive play by Carroll right there, getting that hot shot over to first for the 1st out.
It's very similar to the ball that Trevor Plouffe backed away from the other night.
The Ole.
Carroll made the play. Here's David Murphy. Ball 1.
On a 3-2 pitch. I mean, Cruz hit this ball sharply. 1 hopper, and you see the veteran getting in front of that ball. See, even if that ball is hit hard, but if it ricochets off of him, he still has time to pick it up and maybe get the out at first.
1-1 to Murphy. And now 1-2.
Old saying in baseball, get your face in front of it on hard shots like that, meaning that, hey, keep your eyes right focused and get your chest there in front, so if it does ricochet or you're unable to knock it, with your glove, and at least it might hit off your body, and then hopefully throw out the runner.
Keep your face in front of it?
Get your face in front of it. Keep your face in front of it. Meaning that both eyes are even with the ball rather than to the side. One of my outfielders did that too as they went back.
And now another full count. Correa frustrated that he's wants a different baseball, in fact, as he's run the count full to his 2nd straight hitter. Remember last night, Derek Holland, he's a great pitcher, and he just sailed through the Twins lineup the first 2 times, but then had problems the 3rd time. Look what Correa's done the 3rd time facing this Texas lineup. 6 up, 6 down. 7 up, 7 down.
A little off-speed pitch right there, and Murphy a little out front. Gets another ground ball out. 12 ground ball out so far for Kevin Correa.
I'll say this of Correa, this is from a fan's perspective, okay, because that's ultimately how I look at this game. And I mean this as a compliment. he makes it look easy because he executes his pitches. He executes his game plan. When you've got command of your pitches and when you can throw them where you want to, you can make it look easy, I suppose.
It's called pitching, you know. I mean, the last pitcher that I think the Twins have, Carl Pavano, when he was healthy.
Right.
He could hit his spots, change speeds.
One strike to Moreland, who's got a couple of hits. For that matter, so does the number 9 batter, Leonis Martin. Rangers have only 5 hits, and 4 of them coming from the last 2 spots in their batting order. 1-1. Dozier gets another chance. It's another 1-2-3 innings, 7 shutout innings for Kevin Correa. He's had 5 starts for the Twins, and he's completed 7 innings or more in all 5. We'll see whether the Twins. It's a 3-0.
What are you,
Twins
nuts?
lead.
He's fine.
3-0
God
Twins.
bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and God. Mountains to the prairies, to the oceans wide with foam. God bless America, my home sweet home. God bless America, my home sweet home.
Bat is the #1 source for live baseball everywhere you go. Available for iPhone, iPad, Android, and BlackBerry 10. At Bat delivers Twins baseball with live audio, pitch tracking, stats, news, highlights, and more. Text At Bat to 31826 or visit twinsbaseball.com for details.
A new pitcher for the Rangers. It'll be Joe Ortiz. He pitched here on Friday night. Faced only 3 batters. Willingham, Morneau, and Parmalee. And Willingham a double, Morneau a single, and he struck out Parmalee. And then Joe Nathan came in to save the ball game.
Garcia slaps one to left. And a base hit. Garcia 1 for 3 on the day. And these are at bats that, of course, the Twins are trying to get as much exposure to Garcia as they can, but hanging in there, getting a line drive base hit against a left-hander, those are things that they'll bookmark.
Yeah, Ortiz, fastball slider type pitcher, started him off with a high, looked like breaking ball, and Ortiz slapping it into left field.
So now we'll see what Hicks is asked to do here with Beltre already in on the grass at third base. As a right-handed batter, Hicks got his first hit last night, showing no hint of bunting. He takes ball 1.
Yeah, Beltre in on the grass at third.
Swing and a miss. See if he was given one swing and now is asked to bunt.
Yeah, change up right there, almost like a little screwball.
Some things at play here. You've got the pitcher Ortiz left-handed. His tendency would be to fall toward the third base line, but also Moreland's a left-hand throwing first baseman. Hicks takes a strike on the outside corner and through the hole at bat. No hint that he was being asked to bunt. And now Beltre releases to the infield dirt. Liner to right, a base hit, and his first opposite field hit of his big league career. Fell behind. Looked like he got a pitch down and in and put the barrel of the bat on it.
Yeah, good at bat right there. He took a couple change-ups away, swung at the first one, took the other one for a strike. And it looked like Ortiz came in and just dropping the barrel of the bat. So a good swing right there, good at bat. Tom Bernansky has to be very happy at that swing right there. Spent a lot of time working with Ortiz.
With Hicks.
Hicks, excuse me.
Well, the number 7 batter wasn't asked to bunt. Ordinarily, you'd say the number 8 batter would, but when the number 8 batter comes into the game hitting almost 500, all bets are off.
Well, the Rangers thinking bunt right here as Moreland, the first baseman, comes in on the grass.
Escobar takes ball 1, and Pierzynski bluffs a throw to second base.
Escobar has not sacrificed yet this year. Twins have 3 sacrifices on the year. Want to lay that ball down third base line if you can.
Got him. Ball came free from Kinsler, or from Kinsler at second base. They had Arcia picked off. That was a nice play that the Rangers put on, and it nearly worked. Should have worked.
You see Kinsler, it's a timing play right there to throw a little bit low. And Kinsler couldn't hold on to it. You see the infield charging in, and Beltre and Moreland.
Escobar pulls the bat back 2-0. He said it was a timing play, but you could see in replay the timing also involves a shortstop. Kinsler goes to the bag just when Andrus retreats toward the hole in the hopes that the runner edges his way away from the second base bag.
Yeah, you work on this in spring training. A lot of times a pitcher will pick up Kinsler, and then as he turns his head, wheel and throw, because Kinsler will be there.
Off the plate foul, 2-1.
Now that play right there, Beltre was not charging as he did on the prior pitch.
And he and Ortiz gesturing back and forth, like there might have been a little bit of confusion there.
Beltre going through the signs at third base. What play is on? Beltre staying back, so maybe Ortiz's job as a pitcher to cover the line at third baseline.
2-1. They try it again, and again Kinsler can't hang on to the throw. This time Arcia was back.
That's tough when that throw is low like that. You come over there. You'd like that throw to be about belt high, chest
that
high.
high, really? I thought you'd want it down around the bag.
No, if you could throw it there, yeah, it'd be perfect. But normally a pitcher, you want to throw it over the bag.
And Escobar taps it down beautifully. Ortiz fires to third. They got him. I didn't think there was a chance that they would get him. An awkward throw for the left-handed pitcher, and a look from up here like Arcia was clearly safe.
I think Alfonso Marquez saying that Beltre caught that ball for the force out.
I thought that Arcia was clearly ahead of the.
Well, Ortiz definitely was thinking first, but I think AJ went out there screaming third base.
Fans want an ejection. And the umpire more animated than the manager right now. There he goes. And now the manager's going to get his money's worth. He was out.
Yeah.
He was out. It was not a good slide by Arcia.
Yeah. Well, the bunt lay down, and Ortiz, I think he heard.
Yep. His feet were up in the air.
They want to slide directly into the bag.
That was a good call by third base umpire Alfonso Marquez. So the sacrifice does not work as the Rangers take a bit of a gamble, and it would not have worked, I don't think, if Arcia had slid feet first into the bag. As it is, Escobar reaches on a fielder's choice, and Carroll will hit. One of those rare times where the runner did beat the throw, he just didn't put his feet on the bag.
No, Beltre is right there. He's basically a first baseman. He's stretched out, and the force out at third.
And now Carroll will hit with runners at first and second. And one away. Strike one.
And that's what Marquez, the third baseman, called. He didn't call it after he slid maybe by the bag. He called it on the force out.
And he saw what it took us a replay to see, which was that Arcia's feet were up in the air as he approached the bag. One strike. And now a ball. Well, the Twins trying to take advantage of the opportunity here in the seventh. Opposite field hits for both Arcia and Hicks. Carroll got an opposite field single his first time up.
Outfield playing very shallow for Jamie Carroll, of course.
And that clips the outside corner, 1-2.
Carroll doesn't like the call.
Up the middle. Through for a hit. Hicks around third. He's coming home. Martine's throw to the plate. Not in time. A run scores. Safe at third base is Eduardo Escobar.
I just mentioned at the outfield playing very shallow. Martine came in, but the speed of Aaron Hicks scores the 4th run for the Twins. Carroll picking up his 2nd RBI of the year, taking that pitch right back up the middle. And Martine got to this ball quickly, made a throw home, but it's offline. And then Escobar hustling from first to third.
And the throw.
There's the slide right there, feet first. And you can see that Escobar, that Arcia was unable to do, went feet first and made contact with that bag.
The throw not only offline but over the cutoff man, and Ortiz faces 3 men and gives up 4 men, gives up 3 hits and at least 1 run.
In the bottom of the 7th inning. Let's take a look at the 2 slides. Arcia, now you see where his feet do not really touch the bag. He kind of slides to the outfield side, and that's where the force out came. Where you see on the right, Escobar going straight in with that right foot. And he's safe at third base. Tag a little late by Beltre.
You know, the way Arcia slid and then his reaction, I wonder whether he thought it might not have been a force play. That it's no excuse for not knowing the situation, but the way he slid on the outfield side of the bag, it's almost like he was trying to evade a tag, which wouldn't have been necessary.
Well, his feet may have got tangled up a little bit. You saw his feet go up above where you want to go in like Escobar did. Jason Frazier making his 9th relief appearance in his first season with the Rangers. Twins have seen a lot of Frazier when he was with the Blue Jays and the White Sox. Fastball slider, pitcher with the changeup.
One of the things that makes this Ranger bullpen, which is already very good, and a little more ominous to think about where they might be come September and October if they're playing in October. Frazier has closing experience. Joe Nathan obviously has closing experience.
Good at bat right there for Jamie Carroll, fighting off that high fastball, going right back up the middle, and good base running and aggressive base running by Aaron Hicks.
Joakim Soria should help out this Ranger bullpen. He's a former closer. There's a chance Neftali Feliz will come back and help them at the end of the year, a former closer. And a lot of guys who are used to getting outs in the 9th inning. Dozier takes ball 1. Dozier with a single and 3 trips. Another flawless game in the field. First and third. 1 away. The same situation that was presented Parmalee when the game was scoreless in the 4th inning. When a team is playing well, and I think if you've watched this weekend series, you're convinced the Twins have been playing pretty good baseball. They convert in situations like this. Already leading 4-0, 5-0 just looks a whole lot better. 1-1. You find a way somehow to get the job done.
Frazier, 35 years old, in his 10th major league season. Signed as a free agent by the Rangers over the winter.
Outside, 2-1. Three hits in the inning. The only out recorded on the sacrifice attempt in the disputed play at third base. There it is. Base hit center field. Escobar will score, and Dozier gets the job done. 5-0 Twins.
Dozier picking up his second hit, picking up his 8th RBI.
And the Twins adding runs late as they did yesterday afternoon.
A fastball right stayed up, and Dozier lines it in the center field. 4th hit of the inning for the Twins. They had 2 more runs.
And Ron Washington to the mound. He'll make another pitching change here with the Twins adding on, piling on here in the 7th. They've added at least 2 more to make it 5-0. The Ranger bullpen, our century link to what's next. Their second left-hander this inning, Robbie Ross.
Yeah, Robbie Ross worked here on Thursday night, faced only 1 batter, and as Arcia got him to ground out on 3 pitches, that in the 7th inning. Ross making his 10th relief appearance. You see the numbers, outstanding. Only 1 run allowed in 9 1/3 innings pitched.
4 singles in the inning. Joe Mauer's hit the ball in the air 3 times for outs. Tough homestand again for Joe. Just 2 hits came in the nightcap against the Marlins. That split doubleheader. There's ball 1.
Ross with a fastball, slider, and a changeup. Had a great year last year. 6-0 out of their bullpen in 58 relief appearances. Big part of their success.
Made a vow to his wife this year that he would not allow an inherited runner to score, and so far he's been perfect. Mauer trying to change that. And the role that he's in, he realizes that's a critical stat. You're brought in to get, in this case, a couple of outs and strand a couple of runners. remember a couple of years ago, Alex Burnett was really, really good at stranding inherited runners.
One of the best in the American League.
Inside 2-1.
Joe looking for his first hit of the series. It would be a nice place for him.
Down the line, but turning left. 2-2.
Ross, just 23 years old, signed by the Rangers in 2008.
Two and two to Joe Mauer. And another one lifted foul and out of play.
Now that promise that you said Ross made, if I'm Ross and I promise that to my wife, you know what, you have to almost talk to Mike Maddox, a pitching coach, and say, you know, I only want to start innings.
Just to win the bet. Yeah. 2-2 to the Twins catcher. And another one fouled away. Now the biggest threat to Kevin Correa coming out for the 8th inning might be the length of the bottom of the 7th.
Pitch count still good for Correa. 87 pitches after 7 shutout innings.
No activity in the Twins pen. Another 2-2 to Mauer.
You don't mind sitting.
Liner fielded by Andrews.
Look what I found.
And it's a double play that ends the inning. Mauer hit a rocket. He remains hitless in this series. In that 9th inning, a couple of runs that really didn't matter.
Well, they did to Glenn Perkins.
I suppose after the walk. Kevin Correa is out there to start the 8th inning.
Yeah, 87 pitches, 56 for strikes for Correa. He has had outstanding as far as pitch count innings, getting some quick outs, having some good defensive plays made behind him. Of course, you need that when you're not a strikeout pitcher like Kevin Correa. So all in all, yeah, he sat for a while as the Twins added on to the now a 5-0 lead, but you're in that situation. You want to go back out there.
When he went out against the Royals, the situation was completely different. Back on April 8th, he had 7 shutout innings and was just absolutely sailing along. The game was 1-0 then. And then Lorenzo Cain started the inning with a double. There was a sacrifice, and then 3 hits followed, and that was the end of it. Twins weren't doing much against Irvin Santana that night. And as well as Correa pitched 7 shutout innings, he ended up getting the loss.
Yeah, well, sometimes, you know what? He kept the club in the game. And that's what you try to do as a starter. You'd like the wins to come your way, but here this afternoon, some nice offensive support.
Hicks chasing this ball to the gap. He's there, 1 away. So 1 down.
Fastball up, but Hicks playing pretty deep anyway, hustling over there and just near the warning track, making the first out catch.
There's Ian Kinsler. Casey Fiend warming up. Twins, of course, are pretty rigid about the pitch count. I know you don't like to hear that, but the fact of the matter is they're pretty careful with their pitchers.
That's why he needs a quick inning right here.
Yeah.
Correa has 2 complete games, 1 shutout in his career, making his 164th major league start. And that shutout coming in 2009 in Arizona against the Diamondbacks. Pitched a 6-hit shutout in that ball game. He won 4-0.
1-1 to Kinsler. Liner to left.
Stay up.
And Arcia has the ball hit him. It's a base hit. He looked like he was fighting the sun. The ball may have actually hit him and not his glove.
Well, fighting that sun, as you can see the shadow directly behind him. It's a line drive. Arcia will hit the heel of his glove and then bounced out.
Talked with Ron Gardenhire this morning, asked him about the pitching rotation, what it meant for Pedro Hernandez. The Twins have an off day Thursday in Cleveland, and Gardy thought that what the Twins might do is just keep everybody in their rotation, in their spot in the rotation, thereby giving everyone an extra day, and that might be a contributing factor if Correa can keep the shutout intact here. Here's Andrus. There's ball 1.
I think a lot will determine, what the pitch count is after eight innings. Hopefully he can get out of this very quickly here.
There's a strike, 1-1. Correa was just sailing along in Kansas City, and then just in a handful of pitches. A couple of doubles and a single and a sacrifice, and
I can attest it happens quick.
He was absolutely in control of the game, but he did not have a 5-run lead in that game either. Up high, 2-1. I think they've got Brian Dunsing warming up, just starting to get loosed out in the Twins bullpen now. Andrus with a single and a couple of ground balls. Ground ball here might mean a double play. It's up high, and they'll be looking at that too. Now, last couple of pitches, Correa's misfired and left the pitch up, not close to the strike zone.
13 ground ball outs, 7 fly ball outs for Kevin Correa to go with his 2 strikeouts.
Andrus, the number 2 batter. He's got the likes of Berkman and Beltre behind him. Right down the middle.
Kinsler has good speed. I'd be surprised if he runs right here. Down 5-0. They want to hit into a line drive double play.
To center, hanging in the air for Hicks. He comes in. 2 away. So Correa gets the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up Berkman. Twins head to Detroit. They'll get Max Scherzer, Justin Verlander, who they say is going to be just fine after cracking the skin on his pitching thumb. And a guy who struck out 17 guys, a club record for the Tigers in his last start. Anibal Sanchez.
Well, it'll be Pelfrey, Worley, and Diamond against those 3 horsemen.
Twins started the year here against the Tigers and took 2 out of 3. Berkman, a walk and a couple of flies to left. Strike one. Now, you mentioned Correa's been around a long time. One shutout, you had 60. So the arrow is different. You're a Hall of Fame pitcher and all that, but he's got to be aware that he's, approaching something he's only done once in his career.
Right. Well, his last complete game was a couple of years ago against the Reds, but you kind of tasted at this time of the ball game. First, he has to get out of this inning, and then probably, if he wants to stay in, argue with Rick Anderson.
Can't argue with the manager. He's back in his office already.
Well, you can walk back there and tell him, I want in.
1-1.
Let's see.
Hicks retreating toward the gap and back.
And we'll find out.
Wow, 8 shutout innings, 102 pitches for Kevin Correa. He has been outstanding again here today.
Stay with us after the game for our Twins Live post-game show presented by CenturyLink. We'll talk about another impressive outing from Kevin Correa, 8 solid innings from him. We'll also talk about Justin Morneau and his second blast of the year. And, of course, hear from Ron Gardenhire, fresh off his ejection in this game, guys.
Well, thank you, Jamie.
Yeah, thank you, Jamie. I showed you Kevin Correa in the dugout there, 102 pitches, but there's nobody loosening up yet.
Josh Willingham takes down an in-ball one. Willingham, Morneau, and Parmelee in the Twins' 8th inning.
Robbie Ross out there to pitch the bottom of the 8th inning. Got the double play off the bat of Joe Mauer to end the 7th.
Big pop-up near the plate. And Pierzynski makes the catch. Twice in the glove, and finally the out recorded with his bare hand.
Probably telling Mike DeMiro right there, just showing off.
Terry Steinbach giving Pierzynski some grief from the Twins dugout.
Oh, the open glove, the ball popping out, but AJ ends up getting the out.
But does he get 2 assists for this? Here's Morneau. Broke the game open with a 2-run home run his last time up. Casey Fien is up and throwing now in the Twins bullpen. Morneau swings and misses, 1-1.
Well, you know what? Good to see. Justin got the day off yesterday, as I mentioned earlier. Had a couple hits on Friday night, couple hits here. He's got to feel good going into this long road trip about the way that the last couple outings have been for him.
Fly ball left field, and David Murphy lost it in the sun for a while, made the catch, out number 2. Our final results for the AT&T Twitter poll. Who will lead the Twins in runs batted in? Despite a vigorous write-in campaign for Eduardo Escobar, Josh Willingham the winner. 2 down, and that'll bring up Chris Parmalee.
Well, a lot of fans, I'm sure, going over after what he did last year, 110 RBIs for Willingham. Hopefully he can repeat that this year.
Up high, ball 1. Parmalee with an 0 for 2 day going, but a very important sacrifice fly that got the Twins on the board in the 4th inning. You know, we saw it in yesterday's game and again today, something we just didn't see nearly enough of the last 2 years. A starting pitcher giving the Twins a chance, putting some zeros up early. And then, you know, in the 4th inning, Parmalee gets the job done. You push that run across, and if you're pitching well, and even if the other team is pitching well, you get the first run, and it's a huge advantage.
Well, I said that 6th inning when Justin came up, you know, and he hit that big 2-run home run. You can breathe a little bit.
Parmalee dumps a single to left with 2 away.
You know, in my career, I believe I won 15 1-0 complete games. There's no error. You can't make a mistake. Yeah. You know, where if it's 3-0, you know, you can say on Cruz. Remember where he just kind of laid it in there, let Cruz, but he hit it sharply to Jamie Carroll. Sometimes good hitters get themselves out, but it's a lot easier with a 3-0 lead than a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, if Kevin Correa is done after 8 innings, you can go back to the 4th inning with runners at first and second, nobody out, and he pitched out of that jam, and maybe more than Parmalee's sacrifice fly, that was the turning point of the game. There's a ball lifted foul by Arcia. Rays have taken a lead on the White Sox 4-3, top of the 8th inning. Kansas City leading Cleveland 7-0, top of the 8th in Kansas City. Tigers finishing their series with the Braves tonight. Arcia fouls it back. If we get there in time, I might actually go to Comerica Park and watch that ball game. You're welcome to come. Oh, that's right.
Maybe ask Ron Coomer.
You're not going.
I will miss you. I will see you when you get back here. I'm looking forward to it already.
What, the reunion or the absence?
No, the reunion here.
All right, 1 and 2. Yeah, we're looking forward to working with Ron Coomer during the road trip.
Yes.
Through Detroit, Cleveland, and Boston. 2 and 2. If you'd like in Boston, I'll try to pick you up one of the David Ortiz commemorative T-shirts if you'd like.
If you would, please. Give me 6 of them.
Arcia strikes out.
It's been a while for me. I love David Ortiz.
5-0 Twins. They had a 7-0 lead going into the 9th inning yesterday. Trying to get out of town here with a split of this 4-game series. Casey Fiend will be in charge of getting the last 3 outs.
Let's see if the Twins can get the shutout here. They almost had a chance last night to pick up their first team shutout against an opponent. And see if Casey Fiend, coming in for the 11th time, this is his 3rd appearance against the Rangers in this 4-game series. Worked here on Thursday night, Friday night, and hopefully a 1 quick inning here on Sunday afternoon.
Glenn Perkins is just playing catch. Here's a fly ball to deep right field.
Gotta love that. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Parmalee makes the catch. Glenn Perkins is just playing catch, remembering that Perkins was brought in yesterday to get a tune-up inning, and it might have been a necessary outing for Perkins because he was all over the place, walked a couple of guys, ended up giving up a couple of runs and threw a lot of pitches. The Twins would love it if Fiend can just have a nice orderly inning here and pack the bags, get on the bus. And
yeah, I think Glenn's just getting some work in, just kind of loosening up that arm a little bit.
Just in case things get a little anxious here. Here's Pierzynski. And strike 1. The Twins with a 6-game homestand split the 2 games with the Marlins. Now 2 outs away from splitting a 4-gamer with the Rangers, who came into the game along with the Red Sox, or into the series along with the Red Sox, the best record in baseball.
Well,
Texas 16-8 and Boston now 17-7.
Yeah, you know what, Dick? What's nice to see after the frustrating year they had here at home last year. Another great crowd here. Over 37,000 last night, and it looks like about the same here this afternoon. Twins were 31-50 here at home last year, so yeah, they can win today. They're 7-6 at home.
1-2 to Pierzynski, and fouled away. And then too, the way this series started, I mean, the Twins had a weather issue at the start of the Marlins series and won the day game. Arcia hits the big home run. They were kind of handcuffed by Ricky Nolasco in the nightcap. Another off day. And then you come here, you lose a couple of tough 1-run ball games to a really good team. And I'd say the Twins responded to those 2 losses about as well as you can respond.
And it weren't like the losses were, 9-8.
Right.
They were 2-1, 4-3. Good ball games.
Another foul with 2 strikes by Pierzynski. And a flare to left, a base hit. Pierzynski aboard.
That fastball left up, and AJ just slapping it the other way for his first hit. For the Rangers, their 7th. All of them singles.
And now Nelson Cruz. Well, statistically, here's a way to express what's happened here in the first nearly 21 games. The American League earned run average, all teams earned run average, is 4.00 coming into play today. And the Twins ERA coming into play today, 3.92. The Twins are pitching in terms of earned run average lower than the league average. I don't think ever saw that in the last 2 years. 2 strikes to Cruz. And the ERA looks to be going down today unless things completely unravel here in the 9th inning.
No, they won't.
Correa with 8 brilliant innings.
Yep.
Two strikes to Nelson Cruz. 1-2.
Oh, Casey Fiend, good movement on that fastball, slider, occasional changeup, but he'll come right at you, and he throws strikes.
Got him. A second breaking pitch. Cruz is gone for out number 2.
Cruz striking out for the second time in a ball game, chasing that hard slider down and away. Tight rotation. Looks like a fastball and a hard slider.
Last hope for the Rangers, David Murphy. Down and in, ball 1.
Right back to that pitching rubber. Doesn't waste any time out there.
A strike. Pierzynski at first. Twins aren't holding him on, but to this point he hasn't tried to advance to second.
13 pitches for Casey Fiend, 10 strikes.
Fouled away, and now the Rangers are down to their last strike. The series started with miserable weather and a postponement. Most of the fans here in the sunshine, and the Twins are one pitch away from winning a couple of ball games against a really good Texas Ranger ball club.
Almost 36,000 fans here tonight, most of them on their feet.
Fouled back by Murphy. Twins came into this homestand a game above the 500 mark, hoping to start the road trip a game above the 500 mark. DeMuro calling ball 2.
That pitch to his dad, Lou DeMuro, many moons ago.
Two and two to David Murphy.
Lou DeMuro, an American League umpire for many years.
A breaking pitch. Spun back to the screen.
Hey, finish him off. Here we go.
Popped up. Carroll makes the play, and the homestand ends with great weather and great baseball. The Twins with a couple of convincing wins against the Rangers.
And the Twins pitched their first shutout this year. Nice going Kevin Correa. He goes to 3-1. Casey Fiend comes in, does his job, a shutout top of the ninth. Good win for the Twins.
Just a 500 homestand, but the way this homestand started with a 1-3 mark, Tom Hanneman, a nice response by the Twins as they embark now on the longest and toughest road trip of the year.
Something to look forward to, the way they're playing right now, Dick. The Rangers shut out for just the second time this season. The Twins finish the weekend with a strong effort. We'll wrap it all up on Twins Live coming up next.